As a seasoned property manager, I know you're tired of feeling like you're at the mercy of the rental market. In today's episode, we're going to reveal one of the hidden reasons why so many people feel that way. A reason why you might actually pay more than you originally planned. And this reason is hidden in plain sight for all to see. I'm Justin Pogue, and this is Renter Confidential. So you've been doing your research looking for new apartments, and you're finally ready to start going on apartment community tours. You meet with the property manager, and based on your needs, they take you on a property tour and show you an apartment. And it's perfect. The furniture is modern and stylish. The art on the wall really pops. The curtains and towels are that perfect blend of cozy and chic. And to top it all off, the fridge is even stocked with trendy beverages. You're in love with the apartment and ready to sign on the dotted line. But there's a problem. None of that actually comes with the apartment. Professionals have been hired to make the apartment appear homey, cozy, and stylish. The furniture is rented, as is the art. After you move in, everything right down to the curtains, towels, and trendy beverages will either go back to the store or on to the next vacant apartment. This is known in the industry as staging, and it has a psychological impact that can be used to affect your decision making without your knowledge. Now, for those who are not familiar with the concept of staging in real estate, staging refers to the art of decorating a property to make it rent more quickly and for more money. The main aim of staging is to impress potential renters and make them feel more at home. However, there's more to staging than just appearances. Consider this statistic. According to a recent report from the National Association of Realtors, 44% of retail real estate consumers pay more for staged properties. Also, the majority of renters don't have an eye for detail and might not notice the subtle psychological tricks that property managers use to influence their decisions. Most people make purchasing decisions based on emotions rather than logic. Staging takes advantage of this concept by creating an environment that will impact your subconscious and make you feel a certain way. Let me give you another example. Have you ever walked into an apartment that smells like freshly baked cookies? That's not just a coincidence. The smell of baked goods triggers a sense of nostalgia and comfort, making you feel more at home. Similarly, playing calming music or displaying neutral colors can have a calming effect and create a relaxing atmosphere. This can be taken a bit too far, like in that King of Queens episode where Carrie's boss not only stages a model home with furniture, plants, and art, but with actors posing as a family. Unfortunately, the woman hired to play the mother got an audition for a part on CSI, so Carrie is pressured to fill in by her boss, and of course, takes the job way too seriously. Back in the real world, another example of staging is the deliberate placement of furniture. When setting up a room, property managers use a technique called anchoring. Anchoring is where a property manager places an object in a certain spot to suggest a specific use of the room. For instance, a chair next to a lamp and a bookcase suggests that the room is a reading nook. By doing this, the property manager stimulates the renter's imagination and creates a vision of their ideal living space. Other psychological tricks that property managers use include emphasizing natural light by opening blinds and curtains, using mirrors to create the illusion of more space, and reducing clutter to make a room appear more spacious. At this point, we're going to take a quick break here for today's sponsor, Rental Secrets. This book has helped people save hundreds on their rent. The link is in the show notes, and here's the trailer for this powerful book. America is in the grip of a housing crisis. There's evidence of it in nearly every city. 50% of U.S. households are having difficulty paying rent. And prices? Well, prices are on the rise. Frustration has set in for those trying to make ends meet, and searching for a new place can be a daunting task. It can seem overwhelming. People believe that landlords have all the power. After all, they have what you need. But it isn't true. Yes, you heard correctly. It is not true. You have more power than you think. Inside the new book, Rental Secrets, you'll learn how to reduce your rent. Just imagine having a lower rent payment. Get better value for your money. Paying rent is a struggle. Shouldn't you get more out of each payment? How to negotiate with the right people. Who has the real power to negotiate? Take control of rent renewal conversations. After all, it's your money. And even how to get free rent. Yes, it is absolutely true. Free rent is real, and you can get it. All this and so much more is in Rental Secrets. Get your copy today at Amazon.com. And we're back. So how do these psychological tricks influence your rental decision-making process? Well, first, they get you to show up and make you more likely to rent. When you start looking for a property to rent, you'll usually start looking online at pictures. Pictures of staged apartments create that air of coziness and comfort, making you more likely to visit the staged property over one with no staging. And it's easier to rent a property that has more foot traffic than one with little or no foot traffic. According to our friends at the National Association of Realtors, staged apartments spend less time on the market than those without staging. Second, staging can heavily influence your behavior during the property tour. When you feel at home and in tune with a property, you're more likely to overlook any flaws or shortcomings the property may have. Whether the staging props come with the rental or not, they can distract from the flaws or shortcomings that you should really be focused on during the property visit. For example, one property I managed in the white-hot market of Mountain View, California, had a bedroom window partially blocked by a staircase. Nearly everyone who came to see the apartment got to that bedroom door, took one look out that window, and ended the tour right at that point. Unfortunately, that meant they never saw the newly remodeled bathroom attached to the bedroom. So, when I staged the apartment, I included curtains over that window. Of course, when people toured, they walked into the room and opened the curtains, and they saw that same view. But having entered the room to open the curtains, they were positioned to see the attached newly remodeled bathroom, highlighting this major benefit. The apartment was rented very quickly after that. So in this case, I used staging to direct the renter's behavior to highlight features they would have otherwise missed. Staging can feel manipulative, especially if renters are not aware that staging is not only demonstrating how a space can be used, but is also being used to influence their emotions. They may feel they've made a decision based on their own preferences, when in fact, they were under the influence of staging. This can be especially true if it isn't clear that the staged furniture doesn't come with the rental. There is also the possibility that a renter may feel differently once they move in, which can lead to dissatisfaction down the line. So what's the takeaway here? As a renter, it's important to know that the property you're viewing might not be all it seems. Take note of any psychological tactics that the property manager might be using to influence your decision. Also take note of what you're feeling during your property visit. If an apartment is shown with furniture, you should absolutely assume the apartment has been staged and ask if the stage decor is included. Property managers may not disclose this unless you specifically ask. If what you see isn't included, you will bear the cost of recreating that look. That being said, staging when used the right way can be a useful tool to help renters envision their own ideal living space and highlight all the benefits the apartment has to offer. Thanks for watching Renter Confidential. Happy apartment hunting! When it comes to renting, insider information is the best roommate you can ever have.
Peace.